What's up, guys? It's that guy Tommy, still here at NostalgiaCon, and I am hanging out with the awesome, amazing, very cool Campbell Cooley. Mr. Cooley, sir, it's a pleasure to meet you again.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
Just so you guys have a little backstory, I have met him before, full disclosure, but he's one of the coolest people I think I've ever met. So when I heard he was going to be here again, I just could not wait to talk to him again, because when we met, you were just so open, and you were just talking to me about your what you've done in your career, and I was like, man, I want to talk to him officially again. so thank you for doing that.
I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it. You are a legacy voice actor for Power Rangers. How do you feel about being part of the series and seeing how the series is still going strong?
Wow, that's a great question. I guess this is becoming my standard answer. When the show came out, I didn't realize how big it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I wasn't the demographic at the time it came out. And even when I started doing voice work for Power Rangers, I didn't realize how big it was. And so I started voicing characters in 2005, and it probably wasn't until around Ninja Steel, which is maybe 2017 or something.
Yeah.
And it was around then I was like, I really need to understand what I'm involved with, because it was kind of slowly dawning on me.
Yeah.
And so I went back, I binge watched everything from Mighty Morphin to, I think, Dino Thunder in 3 months.
Okay.
And my brain was just fried, but I was like, I suddenly had a better idea of what I was involved with.
Right.
And then I think I started reaching out to people on social media, and suddenly I was like, I'm a part of something big.
Yeah.
So, and then I think I jokingly said, like, I won't fully understand or appreciate what I'm involved with until I've done my first con,
Yeah.
And even having done like cons now, it's like, sometimes the reality it feels like it's just, I'm not fully getting it, but I'm so grateful to be a part of such a tremendous community, a huge franchise. I mean, everyone is just wonderful and so compassionate, and sometimes I just can't imagine that I would ever have done so much for the series.
Well, I actually didn't have this written down, but since you did mention it, like when you did your first convention, how did that feel? Like what was that experience like when you saw it for yourself? This is what the series affects people with. Like,
I think my first convention, it wasn't solely a Power Rangers convention. It was like it had a little bit of everything in it. Right. So I didn't have like the full experience.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, I did Power Morphicon, and that was the wake up moment.
Yeah.
That was like the boom,
yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is wow. So and that was a phenomenal experience. I'm so grateful I got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So and every convention has been a little bit different. It's just something new and interesting happens, and I need to start writing down the stories of all the fans and some of the stories that they're sharing.
I think that would be awesome if you do that. That'd be great.
So yeah, that's a very long-winded way of me saying that it's slowly starting to dawn on me what I'm involved with.
Yeah. I actually got I had the pleasure of interviewing Brendan Mejia a couple years back, and he talked to me about going to Power Morphicon. He said he went as a fan, and then he went as a Ranger, and he was like, he couldn't believe that he made that transition. So I can only imagine what that was like for you as well. It was like, just like to go and see probably like every single Ranger that existed at that point was at that convention in some kind of cosplay.
Definitely. And that weekend was so crazy because there was quite a few other people who had worked on the show that I wanted to go up and say hi to, and I didn't get a chance. I mean, literally, I've told the story before. Vernon Wells, I really wanted to meet Vernon Wells. He was only 4 tables down from me. I didn't get a chance to say hi to him that weekend. It was so nuts.
Yeah.
But then fast forward to last October, I managed to get into a little con at the last minute, and guess who was at the table next to me?
There you go.
It was awesome.
It was going to happen. It was meant to happen.
Yeah.
So, transition from Power Rangers a bit, you're starting to get into more anime or having roles in One Piece and Trigun Stampede. How do you feel about voicing anime characters? How's that like?
I'm really enjoying it, but it is very... it's been a different experience. I don't want to say that there's like a set experience for, doing voice work. I've done so many different things, whether it's for, radio commercials or TV shows or Power Rangers or whatever. every situation is different.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're friends with the director or you've worked with them for a while, it's a little easier because you kind of know each other. When you go into a new situation and you're not familiar with how they work and what's expected of you, yeah, it can be a little intimidating. So yeah, yes, quit interrupting my interview, okay? That was my manager. I love him, okay? It's okay. Really, he's great.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to give it to him. So, seriously, he's great. Yeah, so when I started getting called in to do anime, it was just, it was, you know, if I think I said this recently, if I hadn't had all of the years of experience doing Power Rangers, I probably would have struggled a little more going into anime because it's just like, you know, it's a machine. It's like do.
Yeah.
You go in and it's just like, you know, you've got, you know, dun. You just got to crank it out. You've got to be on your game.
Yeah.
And I think I've done an okay job so far, and I think I'm better equipped for, you know, future anime projects and everything. But yeah, there was a few characters I did that I was just like, maybe I shouldn't tell the story now because it would take way too long. But, you know, I'm the kind of guy, I like a little bit of direction. I like to, you know, and there were a few jobs I went in and they just like, you know, that's the character. Okay, start recording. And I'm like, what?
Like, can I get a little more?
Like, I mean, was there an audition that I did that, you know, informed you bringing me in for this? And they were just like, no, we trust you. I'm like, no pressure, okay. And it was very reminiscent of when I went into an audition for Slither. You know, like everything I had prepared to do for Slither wasn't working, so I had to like come up with a new audition in 4 seconds, and that was the audition that got me the job. And it was kind of similar with a few anime jobs. I went in there and they showed me the character, and I'm like, okay, I've got 4 seconds to come up with a voice and go.
Yeah, and as an anime Power Rangers fan, I know they can be a little tough on you if you don't get it right away. So
well, I mean, they were great to work with, and I think one of the voices I did, which was really hard on my voice, they at one point they said, hey, you know what? Go home and come back. We'll finish it because, you know, we don't want to wreck your voice. Yeah, and that's a sign of a good director.
That is really cool that they were able to like just say, hey, you know what, you did plenty for the day. We'll get the rest of it later. That's really awesome. So last question is, what do you want your fans to look forward to from you in the future?
Oh my gosh, no one's ever asked that question.
Yes, I got one.
Man, that's a toughie. You know, I just want to be able to do voice work. I mean, I do work in film and television as an actor, but you know, the voice work I've done, I've really grown to enjoy it, and I don't think I have any expectations for like what the fans want of me or anything. If I can go in and just enjoy the work, and then if later somebody enjoyed what I did, then I'll be happy.
Awesome.
So, you know, sorry, maybe it's an oversimplified answer, but that's.
No, I think that was a fantastic answer. And
Okay,
I think from your fans, we just look forward to seeing whatever you do next. I know I am. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's cool. I really appreciate you doing this. Thank you so much. It's an honor to see you again. And I hope to get to talk to you much more in the future, not just this weekend, but going forward.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you, you too. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace. What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the video. Really appreciate you. You guys are wonderful. You're stupendous. You're magnanimous. It's a great word, isn't it? Magnanimous. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep on the lookout for more. Follow me on all my socials. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. That really helps me out. Thank you guys so much for checking me out, checking out the videos, and get ready for more coming down the pipe, because you never know what's coming next. See you guys soon. Peace. I think that was pretty good.